like to welcome Roxana Nasturas to the stage, and she will be talking about, are you in love or are you in trauma?
I've thought about 10,000 beginnings to this. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm just going to let it out. I'm prepared again. This is not prepared. So they say you become an expert to what you do constantly, again and again, in a very impactful way that goes to your core, and you start learning from it. I have become an expert at translating how trauma affected my life, how to relate, and how everything my parents delivered to me when I was a child has impacted all layers inside, emotional, psychological, and physical. I had to become an expert at identifying micro-expressions in order to avoid danger, in order to see who I'm dealing with, because while I was with my parents, I was thinking, oh, I wonder, how is she going to come home, and will she be upset? Will this be cool? Will this be calm? Will I be spanked? So my nervous system was always on a high alert. At the same time, which is the most dangerous thing, from the same person who used to hit me, I received loved. I actually felt loved, seen, cared. What that does to your psychology, yes, it's called traumatic, but how it gets to be felt and how it's affecting you later on, it's beyond words. And the problem comes when that gets to be the model of your relationship. Later on in adulthood, I got to run after partners who resembled exactly those characteristics. Do you know when you feel that achy feeling in your stomach and you get anxious and stressed, and sometimes you think it's excitement? Right. That's actually a very clear cue. You are in the presence of something who might be somehow abusive, and it's very similar to a parent who treated you bad. But we are the tendency to repeat what we have lived as a model is just so strong that you think you're acting out on being genuinely excited about someone, and you are not actually just acting out your trauma out of a very genuine attempt for resolution. And until that gets to be lived, integrated, and understood, it will be like that all the time. Have you been in a relationship where it felt great, and then it felt bad and great and bad again, and you thought, I need to get out of this, and you couldn't? And do you hear women speak? He's treating me like that, he's doing this. Why aren't you leaving? Well, because there is no capacity in the brain to assess a situation and say, this is not okay, I need to leave. When you're coming from an endangered environment, you get to leave what is called a trauma bond, which makes the chemicals in the brain that gets to be activated don't allow you to break free from something that is very dangerous for you. And there was this article Reshma told me about recently. When a woman declares, he's doing this, he's so abusive, but I love him. And everybody stands and says, oh, great, great. See, that's true love. No, that's fucked up. That's actually you reliving the trauma. You get to be excited and energized, and you actually feel like you're receiving what you craved for from someone, and that person starts treating you badly. In the first phase of the relationship, your brain is secreting oxytocin and dopamine, and the serotonin that has to do with logic and reasoning is inhibited. So you get to feel overly excited. It is a drug sensation, and you are hooked, and you think you are in love. If you decide to remove yourself from the situation, you are going to experience withdrawal, exactly like a heroin addict. It's exactly that high, and the addiction is that high. And then you go back and you say, I can't because I just love him. It's genuine love. It's simply you are not able to go through the transition of removing yourself from that chemical cocktail and to process fully, deeply, all the way out your emotions that come from childhood, all up into adulthood within that relationship. I was blessed with one of the most intense relationships with my ex-partner. We lived together for 4 years. After 2 years, we decided to break up. 2 more years, we stayed in the same room, dealing with the same shit. No way out. Someone said, your soulmate will become your cellmate. Yeah, I lived that. But I was so dedicated to use that experience and to learn and to move out of that trauma like nothing. That was it for me. Now he's my best friend. I could never picture myself making the same error again. It's lived all the way through. And I would love to be able to give the same gift to someone who is struggling and is in pain and is confused and believes, like I did, that there is no way out. That is just so fucked up and there is no way out. It is. I'm done, as they say.